I look at my YouTube videos and I say to myself, why am I making another video about Gaza? Haven't I said enough? Obviously it's not enough, because there's always constant things being said and thoughts being brought out about what to do about Gaza. And I feel compelled to make another video about Gaza because it's a new situation from what was before. We're on our 49th day of the campaign in Gaza to stop terrorist attacks and bombings into Gaza, and obviously it hasn't worked. Today alone, 136 missiles were launched into Israel. Israelis are fleeing the southern parts of Israel and going up north and living in hospitals and hostels all across the country. And really, Israel does not have a solution. It is constantly bombing the Gaza Strip. Its army has moved into northern Gaza and into the eastern parts of Gaza, and that's about it as far as ground forces are concerned. But everyone knows that it follows how wars work. You cannot win a war with the Air Force. You have to bring in ground forces to control the ground. You know, Air Force can only do so much. That is a reality. It worked in Serbia with Clinton, but that was a rare case. You know, it worked in Libya, but don't forget, in Libya there were ground forces. They were the rebels that took over. Anyways, to win Gaza, to stop Gaza, it has to be a full incursion of ground forces in the entirety of the Gaza Strip. It cannot be won with just Air Force alone, and it can't be won diplomatically. The Hamas that controls Gaza, and it was legally elected by the Gaza people. You know, remember, over 7 years ago, the people of Gaza voted, and they voted for the Hamas. They voted to take out the PLO and to put Hamas into place. PLO did not accept a share power with the Hamas. They wanted full control, and there was a split. So the people of Gaza do support Hamas, and if they don't support Hamas, they support another terror organization, because there's several terror organizations in the Gaza Strip at this moment. They really don't like the PLO, you know, so what do? Well, what are our options? You know, right now, September is coming around, school season is getting ready, the Palestinians are delaying the school season, and even Israel is delaying the school season from starting because of the bombing. So schools are not opening on time. Agriculture in the south is almost at a minimum. People in the south are fleeing. The Jews are fleeing to the north. A lot of them don't even want to come back because they're so afraid. Children on the Israeli side are dying. You know, yesterday we had a little boy who died in a kibbutz outside of Gaza from a bomb. You know, people are really getting really scared, and tourism is way down in Israel. And sometimes you don't even know if the planes are going to even go to Ben Gurion Airport because the threat of a bomb going off at the airport. Even though the Israelis are saying the airport is the safest place in the country, you know, of course they're going to say that, but really we don't know where these bombs are going to be launched, and even though most of them are intercepted or land in open fields or empty buildings, whatever, there's always that potential of death when a bomb goes off from Gaza. Now, I personally believe that the only solution is to remove the Palestinians from the Gaza Strip and into Egypt, and as well the people of the West Bank into Saudi Arabia. But practically speaking, my solution is not going to happen anytime soon, as long as we have a government that is reluctant to stand up for Jewish rights. So what is our alternative solution? Well, the Egyptians, they have an idea of a month-long ceasefire, and after that month-long ceasefire, Israel will gradually start opening up their borders, Egypt will open up their borders, and more fishing rights will be granted to the Palestinians. Now, the Israelis are saying they won't do this until Gaza is demilitarized. Gaza will never, as long as Palestinians live in Gaza, it will never be demilitarized. It's not going to happen. But I would say go with this plan. You know, let's take it, because, you know, a lot of the people in Gaza don't want to be there. It's a big ghetto, and they're trapped. They can't leave, and there's no way out. If they can get out of Israel and get up to Ben Gurion Airport, they can fly out and leave, and they can go through Rafah and into Egypt and leave and never come back. So I think that's a positive situation. And even if the Palestinians start bringing dirtier bombs into the Gaza Strip, like biological and possibly even nuclear, here's the thing. Israel will know it. Even if Israel doesn't inspect those cargo ships that are coming in, they're going to know it through different sources. And we'll be able to deal with it. And even if they launch a biological weapon, that will automatically give us the right to close the borders and go directly into Gaza. And that will also give us the right to say, hey, it's over. No Palestinian state in Gaza, because now it's getting to World War II of biological warfare, and it will give us more in the right to, on a diplomatic scale and a larger scale of the world accepting it, of dealing with the Palestinians by the way we used to, just controlling the area and dealing with it. Now you want to make the PLO, you want to go into Gaza, control it fully, and then bring the PLO in and let them control the area. That's an option. That's Perez's idea. I am not so, in the idea of this secondary option, I'm not so much against it, because, if you're not going to remove them, what are you going to do with them? They can't become Israeli citizens. So, but this whole situation is very dangerous as well for the West Bank, in the sense that, yes, many things have been going on in the West Bank. The other day, the Palestinians threw rocks at a family in Gush Etzion. The car flipped over and almost killed the mother, father, and baby. Some Arabs came to their rescue before the mob killed them. But there are always things going on in the West Bank as far as Arab attacks against Jews. But overall, it has been quiet. It's pretty impressive how the PLO has kept the peace in the West Bank over this whole situation. And that's pretty much because over the last several years, the economic situation in the West Bank has improved tremendously, and things are much better in the West Bank than they've ever been. And people there are like, hey, we've never been so successful in our lives. Why fight? So that's what's going on there. But that also brings the dilemma that if you go into Gaza fully, control it, and then give it over to the PLO without democracy, shall we say, then you're going to really have to look at giving them a country of their own, because you're saying, okay, you behaved yourself, now we're giving you this. You're going to have a dilemma of really being pushed into giving them a nation. Maybe we can hold on to 10%, I'm hoping like 30% of the West Bank, because we should say, hey, we're giving you Gaza fully without any democracy going on there. You're just going to control it. So we need the Jordan Valley, but you know how the Palestinians work. They're not practical. But maybe that will turn out to be their downfall in the end, because if we do give them the PLO, the Gaza Strip, and they fail to compromise in a fair and practical way, maybe that will be to our benefit. Overall, the Gaza Strip is turning into a serious dilemma for Israel. Tourism is way down. Agriculture in the south is way down. Schools are not opening up. People in the south, like the tribe of Dan in the ancient times that fled from the Philistines, are leaving to the north. We have to do something. Practically speaking, we have to do something. Bombing them is not working. Obviously, they're throwing hundreds of bombs over to Israeli side every week. It's not working. The bombing is not working. We have to do something else. A full ground invasion is the only solution we have at this moment in time, unless we're going to lift the siege on Gaza and give them what they want. I would say maybe we should give them what they want, because in the end it might benefit us on the long run, because we know they hate us. We know they want to kill us. It's only a matter of time before they react to their emotions that give us the opportunity to really do what we have to do, remove them from the region. God bless you all, and pray for Israel. Am Yisrael Chai. Amen.